fast. Tickets run wild like a snake in the grass. Fingers twitch fast, orders thrown in. Dreams on the line, world spinning again. Shots like a maze, my head's on fire. Failure whispers, but I aim higher. Prop test gates trying to shake my pride. Won't stay down, I'll break the tide. Trade the chaos, make it mine. Turn the losses into shine. Grit and sweat, brick by brick. Crack the code and make it stick. Trade the chaos, make it mine. Turn the losses into shine. Grit and sweat, brick by brick. Crack the code and make it stick. Test after test, I'm kissing the edge. Risk and reward, I made my pledge. Futures clash, the screen's alive. Bankroll breathing, it's how I survive. Fear and greed, they speak my name. Fight through shadows, win this game. Strategy tied, I'm locked and loaded. Profit streams, my brain's decoded. Trade the chaos, make it mine. Turn the losses into shine. Grit and sweat, brick by brick. Crack the code and make it stick. Trade the chaos, make it mine. Turn the losses into shine. Grit and sweat, brick by brick. Crack the code and make it stick. Ooh, I'm moody for the bag, man. Like looking at the tad, man. I'm ready for another tear. We'll keep our stand, get current now. More money for the bag, man. Like looking at the tad, man. I'm ready for another tear. We'll keep our stand, get current now. Trade the chaos, make it mine. Turn the losses into shine. Grit and sweat, brick by brick. Crack the code and make it stick.
Hello, guys. Hello. How's everybody doing? Somebody give me a sound check. Let me know if you guys hear me okay. Let me move myself around a little bit here. Yeah, I guess it'll be okay over here. You guys can see me. I don't need to be that big. Postage stamp is fine. Good evening, everybody. Somebody give me a sound check. Let me know if you guys hear me okay, if everything is good. Man, we got a great show today. Today, it's really going to be fly because Bitcoin is flying off the handle, and I put Bitcoin on the map today to show you exactly how we're going to trade that. Gina, how are you? Ashwin, how are you? Mblocks, Gallivan, hello. Anybody new? Say hello to me. Check. All right, Bitcoin on the board today. NASDAQ, US 30, Bitcoin, gold, everything up for grabs. I already made $100 out of Bitcoin very, very quickly. Did I make $100? What did I make? Let me see. What do we do here? No, it was $20. I guess it was $20 because I was trading force. Okay, so it's $40. Whatever. That's fine. That's actually good size for us. Let me show you what we're doing here. And check this out. Look at the bottom of the screen here. You guys see it says candle close in 21 seconds, 20 seconds. You guys see this? Do I need to make it bigger, or is it pretty close? Or is it pretty big for you on the screens? Let me know if you guys want to make it bigger. Just tell me bigger or good, so I can make it. This is one of the guys in my room had found this countdown indicator in TradingView. And I was like instantly, oh, this is awesome because the critical part of our strategy is we have to wait for the candle close. And there is a candle countdown over here in my execution applet, but it's tiny. You can barely see it. It's like, it says $1.43. So it's so much better to integrate the most important part, actually, literally the most important part of what we do. Right into the indicator. So I put this in there. So again, everybody who's watching me, this is for my friends at ACAP. You open an account at ACAP. This is obviously not for Americans. I'm sorry, guys. I can't give this to you because Americans cannot open an account at ACAP, but everybody else can. Canadians, it's up and down, but everybody else in Europe, Asia, everywhere else where you guys are watching me from today, open an account with ACAP, or if you already have an account with them, just drop $500. I will give you this execution tool and the indicator so you can scalp alongside with me to your heart's content and make money. Hello, English. Hello, everybody. I'll repeat this offer to you guys again and again and again. But now this is going to be awesome. I'm also obviously going to, for those of you guys who are trading with me in New York, we're going to integrate that into the trading view. So there'll be like a big countdown thing in trading view. And eventually I'll put that into wealth charts as well. So we're going to go all across the board. I was actually trading futures on MT5 today in my real futures account. And it was awesome. This thing is really, really good. It's a full copy of exactly what I do in the morning with North America. So I'll start with just basically giving you a very, very short rundown of what I do, how we're going to trade, and then we're just going to cycle through every instrument and see if we can pick up trades left and right. And we're focusing today on Bitcoin because Bitcoin is flying. The thing is at, 109, almost 110. You see the Asia session pump that already started, and it looks like we're starting to get a second run again. So we'll use Bitcoin as our sample trade today, and then we'll apply the same principles across the board. First and foremost, we're looking for trend trades, right? So red above, blue above red. Red is 200 SMA, blue is 8 SMA. So short above this, we're positive trend. If we're positive trend, we want to take the gold, the green dots only. You see these green dots over here? That's the trade we want to take. But it's not just that we want to take the green dots. We need to have two green dots, the last one higher than the first one. Remember, a line or a trend line is 2 points connected. And a positive trend line, which is what we want to be trading, is 2 points connected with an upward slope. So when we're looking for longs in trend, we're looking for that upward slope connection. Now, it doesn't mean that we can't take shorts. We can't take counter trend trades. We very much can take counter trend trades. And in fact, the indicator, the way it's set up now, the yellow candles are counter trend signals, right? Now, when it comes to counter trend signals, we don't need a line. We just need a single signal that goes against the trend. So, for example, I sold this one, that worked, and then I actually sold another one over here, and that worked. So when we're looking for counter trend, we're only looking for a single red dot in an uptrend or a single green dot in a downtrend as a kind of a counter trend move. Now, the last thing is sometimes you can build a sustained counter trend within trend, like we're doing right now. You see in Bitcoin right now, we have two red dots. Let's just go over here. I'm going to sell this over here. Let's see if it's going to work. I just sold it down, 50-point target, 200-point stop, because this red dot is lower than this red dot. So negative slope, counter trend structure within trend itself. Let's see if that gives us anything. If it gives us a trade, Bitcoin has been very, very productive today. Let's see if it hits the full 50 points. I remember with Bitcoin, I got to make so much spread. I have to make 80 points to make 50. It's really, really insane. There we go. And another trade in the bucket for us. Let me ask you this, guys. Should I make the dots bigger for you? Because I'm looking at the dots right now. They're okay for me because I'm looking at the screen with very high definition. But should I make the dots bigger? Should I make these dots? These are maybe I should make them like size 10, just for argument's sake. Tell me if this is too big. Oh no, that's that's not the size. That is the location. I made it higher location. That's not what I want. Sorry. No, it is. Oh no, it's circle size. I guess it's the biggest size. I'm sorry. I made. Interesting. Okay. So I am at biggest size. Never mind. Okay, that's as big as I can get it. Maybe I'll modify it to go to full 10 size. But you know, the bottom line is you guys can see the dots. It's not like you can't see it, right? Everybody sees the dots. Everybody sees the structure. We're ready to go. So Bitcoin is hot. So we're gonna focus on that as much as we can because it's going to be lots and lots of opportunities, and it's flying. Like, I mean, you know, you see, even with a 30-point spread, making 50 points in this thing is relatively easy on a scalping basis because it's just flying, and you know, it's really setting up really, really well. Now, going back over here to NAS, what do we got? NAS is actually, I believe, negative trend, right? Blue underneath here. So we're looking for counter trend moves. Over here, I don't have anything. I have the first counter trend move over here with a minute 33 seconds left. So I guess we could play this to the long side with Nasdaq, see if the trade develops. But the green dot disappears, so there's no signal just yet. On gold, what do we have? Gold is positive trend with a negative counter trend signal over here. That just signal just occurred right now. You know, I'm not taking this. This gold looks really, really flat and unappetizing right now. So I'm kind of good. I'm just going to ignore this. This is a sell signal, but it's not a very strong one. We had a reversal signal over here that I could have taken on a reverse side. But looking at gold right now, it's just really, really consolidative. It's not showing any kind of range. The perfect trade for us, this actually gives us a good idea because in North America, you know, we actually have a gold Dow signal. So let's take the Dow signal. We're long Dow here because we've got a green dot. Let me make sure that I'm correct. Yeah, green dot. It's a counter trend structure here. Where blue is below, well below here. It's in a steep downtrend, but we've had two green dots, one higher than the next legitimate signal. And actually the reversal dot over here. Let's take it. Let's see if it works. If it doesn't work, that means it's going to be a trend-based signal for us, and we'll take it to the other side, as we did yesterday. You guys saw me trading yesterday, and you saw how, you know, we did about 8-9 trades, and when one trade didn't work, we tried to work the other side, and then we come back and try to repair this trade on the next potential signal. Anyways, US 30, very quiet. NASDAQ, let me see what NASDAQ is doing. NASDAQ is actually giving me, let's watch this, because NASDAQ is a negative signal trade. Two lower lows on the reds. You guys see this, right? You guys see this. Well, do you want me to get it bigger? Okay, let's do it bigger. This is a pretty good big size. You see the signal, right? If this signal stays, so I got a minute 12 seconds left. If I get a red dot in this trade, I will be trading it. So let's give it a shot. Let's see what happens here. And then we can just quickly jot over to Bitcoin and see what Bitcoin is doing with itself. Okay, Bitcoin's still positive trend. Let's get a little bit bigger here so everybody can see the numbers. Obviously, Bitcoin is positive trend. I don't need to show you the lower numbers. We get a second green dot higher. I'm going to take this to the long side. Meantime, back to NASDAQ. NASDAQ is flirting. We got 36 seconds left. So let's watch NASDAQ here. See if NASDAQ turns red on us. And if it doesn't, there's no trade. If it does, we'll take it to the short side. Really, really quiet. 15, 14 seconds left. We're going to let this thing complete, and let's see how the trade completes. 6, 7 seconds left. So far, it's holding. 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom, sold. All right, we short NASDAQ, looking just for 5 points on a scalp side of NAS. Let's see if it comes in. We'll work that trade, and then we'll come back. Let's go look to Bitcoin. Can Bitcoin give us another rally move? It's a big ass. Look at this. This was a 1,000-point move in Bitcoin in a matter of like half an hour. It's exactly the kind of trade we love. All right, Bitcoin flirting with a second green dot. So we will we'll watch that. Minute 22 seconds left on Bitcoin. The candle close really helps, right? You guys like the candle close? Dan Marino. Is that like Dan Marino, but Dan Marino? How are you? Good evening, good evening, good evening. Everybody else, say hi to me. Who's new here? Who's from America? Who's from the rest of the world? Who trades MetaTrader 5? Let me know. Watching Bitcoin, I got 46 seconds left. Still no green dot. I need the green dot to take that long Bitcoin trade. Let's see if we get a movement. Yeah, Bitcoin is flirting with us. 23, 24 seconds. Cutting it, tightening. Krishna Sekhar is from Michigan. Where are you in Michigan, my friend? Hi, Synopsis. How are you? I used to work in Grand Rapids, Michigan. I mean, not physically there, but I used to work for a company out of Grand Rapids, Michigan. GFT, which was a lot of fun. No trade, but maybe on the next candle. Next candle in Bitcoin, we might get a run. So watching the next candle in Bitcoin. We're all eyes on Bitcoin today because that's really the trade. Crystal, you trade with Top Step. Very nice. Please trade with Apex, and then we'll really, really like you. As a matter of fact, Crystal. I mean, I know Crystal. Do you trade with me in the mornings? Do you come with me in the mornings? I don't want to put this link up right now because we're trading CFDs and primarily for non-US customers. But if you trade with me in the morning, I'll give you my special promo where I'll buy you 3 Apex accounts if you come join us. So much better deal. Fuck Top Step. We love Apex. Trade day. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. So come in the morning. You're gonna see me. I literally traded like 4 Apex accounts in one batch. Did my NASDAQ get done? What's going on with my NASDAQ? Yeah, NASDAQ got done, guys. See, look at this. NASDAQ got done. Full trade over here. US 30 obviously going against me because I'm long on that, but that's a long trade. And I'm still watching Bitcoin here. Trying to get, look at this. Bitcoin had this big ass move and now it just kind of died. So it's like Asia, woke up and then it just went back into comatose movement. It's fine. We're going to watch this very carefully. This is actually, so watching Bitcoin right now. Remember, Bitcoin is positive bid. It's fully, look at this. It's well above the long-term average. So if I'm looking at Bitcoin, this is a legitimate sell trade for me. I got to sell this if in 10 seconds the red dot holds, it's a counter trend trade. We got to trade this, and give it a shot. What do we got? 2 seconds sold. Okay, we're short Bitcoin. Let's see if this works or it's gonna stuff me. And if it stuffs me, it's fine. We'll work the trade a little bit later. This, counter trend trades always more problematic than trend trades. But I take them both because we want to do a lot of setups here. Oh, that's complete bullshit. That's complete bullshit. I can pass Apex in one day. We got stopped out on NASDAQ because the counter trend just didn't work, which is fine. We'll first of all, if it goes back trend, we'll take a long trade. And if it doesn't, we will look for a second position in Bitcoin and see if we can get ourselves organized on that. So first, watching right now, first green dot, we need a second green dot for us to do a long Bitcoin trade as it goes. No. Man, Bitcoin Apex is the easiest of all to pass. Least amount of bullshit rules. I literally pass them in front of your eyes every single, almost not every single day, but every single week. And I'll show you how to pass them. No problem. We have the passing rate in the prop business is 4%, and everybody who's in my coaching program has about a 70% pass rate. So we really know how to do this well. And Apex literally has paid out $1.2 million to one guy last month. So just one guy. I mean, they pay out every single day, hundreds of accounts. They post it up on their website. So everybody who tells you that they don't pay out is because they're fucking cheating the system. Apex hates it when you cheat the system, and rightly so. But when you trade with us, you will see exactly how we do it well. Daddy, where are you in Asia, my friend? Where are you hitting me from Asia? No green dot on Bitcoin, so I'm still counting my dots in Bitcoin, still trying to get myself organized. NASDAQ is doing nothing. NASDAQ is sticking around. What time is it? It's 8 o'clock already. We need to get going. Where's gold? Let's see what gold is doing. Oh, gold started to pick up. All right. So maybe we need to, now we should start looking at gold here. So gold is positive bid. I'd like to see if I get another green dot, I'll go long gold. Missed this trade in gold because it got a little sloppy here. But this would have been right here. Would have been a good trade in gold. Can't have them all. We're kind of we're hopping from one to the next. Okay, Bitcoin, give me the first green dot. Remember, I need 2 green dots because we had a red dot in between, so this whole thing doesn't count. And I don't want to break my rules. It's very easy to loosen up your rules just to show you more trades. But honestly, every time I do this, even when I win, I lose because you're trying to trade high probability setups, not just make the single trade viable. So I'm going to be very patient here. And if there's no dots, there's no dots. I'm not even going to trade. So all right, we at very minimum we got a couple of more minutes to come back to Bitcoin. Gold doing nothing. US 30, actually, look at this. That trade that we've been in US 30 that we're nursing may finally start turning into profit. We'll see. Let's watch this thing run. Let's see what it wants to do. And NASDAQ also looks pretty good. Again, we got to wait here 3 seconds, reset, buy. We're going to go long NASDAQ on this because why? 2 green dots, one higher than the next. Positive line, counter trend line, because the trend is negative, but a positive slope and a counter trend, good enough for government work. We'll take it. We'll take it as a trade. Where's gold? Gold is starting to pop up, but not a high enough line for us. Where's Bitcoin? Bitcoin's starting to build a little bit. Hey, did we get done on? We got done on US 30. I know the hits keep coming, but US 30, that trade that we were holding forever, that just got done over here. Look at the history. Boom, just got done on the US 30, right? So good job on that. Now we're just trying to work the NASDAQ trade. We need 5 points. It's at 335, 323, 385. What's my offer on that? 97.80. So I got to be like around 98.80, 99. There we go. That got done. Come on, get done. Fuck. Come on, get done. Come on, 99.05. I need more. I guess I need 99.50. Son of a bitch. All right, I'm going to close all. I don't care. It's good. It's good enough. When you're trading CFDs, you're always fighting the spread. And if I'm 25 cents away from getting done, I'm not going to cry about it. Anyways, it would have gotten done anyways. I'm always too impatient to resolve my trades. The trade would have gotten done for a full 40 points. Okay, what else going on here? Gold, nothing. Bitcoin just died. Man, I was so excited because I thought we're going to have like nice big runs at Bitcoin. Everybody's going to get excited. Asia's going to pump this up. And it went into complete comatose territory here. Look at this. 0. Look at this. Look at this range last hour. And look at this EKG. Looks like somebody in a coma right now. Oh yeah, absolutely, guys. No. I know. I work with them. We get tons of my people get paid out. Absolutely. It's all FUD. Great company. I absolutely love them. millions upon, I think they paid out about $200 million already at this point. They're the biggest in the world. And by far the easiest to pass. By fucking far. Like 1,000 things. But I don't want to turn this into Apex because we deal with Apex in the morning. I want to talk about MetaTrader. I want to talk about trading your own account. So, I just kind of want to share with you a couple of interesting things. I know everybody loves to trade prop, and it's fine. I mean, prop is the sweetest, latest, best slice of bread in trading, right? I mean, it's the candy bar that we all love to trade because risks are limited, and you get when you succeed, you get a chance to get funded and get paid out. But you got to jump through a ton of hoops. Now, I love prop because it obviously teaches you how to scalp really well in a great environment. You become like fighter pilot with trading prop on my scalping. But the real benefit of it is actually trading your own account. And this is where I think, MetaTrader comes in. And if you have your own accounts on CFDs, this is where it comes in. I started to parallel trade my own. The reason why, it's great to trade your own account is because you're not constrained by any of the bullshit rules. You can take trades. You can run trades, with lots of margin. You can run trades with little margin. You don't have a stop out rule. You don't have end of day rule. You don't have any bullshit rules. You can do whatever you want. As long as you are zoned in and know what you're doing as far as, my scalp position, it really, really, really works very well. Because if it works on prop, it definitely works on real. And so I started trading them side by side, and it's awesome. It's freaking awesome. And also, I'll be honest with you, I don't know. I mean, it could be my own personal perception, but trading on like real, the prices were blazing fast. I mean, I'm getting done in like 5 seconds sometimes on my things. All right, we got a minute 35 seconds. Finally, setting up 2 green dots in Bitcoin, one higher than the next. This is a positive slope trade. If this thing holds, we're going to try and trade my little Bitcoin over here to the upside. Let's see if we can do it. We can actually trade it over here too. It's on I can reset this over here, but it's got to hold. What do we have? 1 minute, 11 seconds left. And, Dorval, good evening. Good evening, good evening, good evening. We trying to weave in Bitcoin, but it's doing everything in its power not to give me a trade. It's really dicking me around. 44 seconds left. I'm trying to see if this is actually going to hold as a green dot. This is a very tenuous looking trade. I'd love this thing to be at the high of the candle, not at the low of the candle, because we want to trade momentum. We want to trade buyers. And right now, the buyers are getting like every pump is getting sold off. It's like this kid, they had a huge squeeze, and now everybody is offering. I wonder if I guess it's 110. It's 109, 110. I guess they ran the stops at 110. I'm trying to understand what's going on here. They ran the stops at 110, and now everybody is offering. But mark my words, maybe I'm wrong, but I've seen this 1,000 times. Maybe in the next half hour, maybe the next hour, they're going to run the 110s. And when they do, let's get long, by the way. Let's get long. We've got a signal. Let's see if it's going to do anything for us. When they run this thing is going to burst. It's going to go to 115 in like 10 minutes. It's going to really rock and roll. I only wish it would happen while we're trading live when we have, when we have the opportunity to trade momentum. But it's going to be a waterfall because I've seen this 1,000 times. This is just a typical short squeeze consolidation, and then let's bust through the highs and take out everybody who's still fighting us. The remnants who are still fighting us on the other end. I'm going to get tagged out on this trade, which is fine. I get tagged out. We're going to recoup and regenerate again because that's the nature of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is by far the most volatile, the worst spreads. I'm really trading a very, very negative hand. If you're playing poker, the odds are very, very tough. I got to make like 80, and I only have about 150 points of risk in front of me because the spread itself is 50, and therefore when I put a $200 stop on this thing, I only really have 150 points of room to work with. So, any kind of a negative move against me is going to slip me out. But that's fine. It's Bitcoin. I'm taking very, very small trades in this thing anyways. And I will get larger. I'll get large and in charge when it starts to trade. I actually, so what do we got here? 31 seconds. So interesting. Okay. So we got 31 seconds. I have a reversal bar here. So I'm going to go to my other side. I'm going to get it larger on this thing because remember, we got killed on the short side once. So let's go to the 2 lot here. And I got the reversal bar. As long as this red dot holds, which it may not, we'll have to see. I will have a legit 4 seconds left. Does it sell? Nope. Yes. Okay. Short. I'm short on this thing. Hopefully this gives me enough room for continuity. I'm trading very, very tough, tough spreads here. So it could retrace against me. We'll see. If it does, we'll get a little bit larger at that point. I don't care. We got plenty of room on Bitcoin to trade here. But let's see if this comes in for the 50 points that I need. What's my take profit on this? 883. So it's got to jump about 100 points. I still think that the dominant trade is going to be to the upside, but every upside move has so far been sold, so I'm getting trapped in the. This is also very, very good. What you guys seeing me, kind of getting chopped out. This is a perfect lesson for all of you guys. Now, I'm trading very small. I have ample margin at my display or at my disposal, and I want to show you trade setups. So I'm doing a lot of trade setups that are marginal at best. But what's really, really important to understand is that when you're in an instrument like this that's just doing no directional move whatsoever, that's toxicity for our setup. This is the kryptonite, the only kryptonite for my setup. So when I'm in this kind of a general, trade structure, I pretty much stay away. I wait until I get some kind of slope, some kind of directionality, either up or down, because then I can sell that slope or buy that slope on a continuation basis. Nothing worse than a flat EKG, right? Nothing worse than a comatose market for me. And I try to stay away from comatose markets. And they're pretty easy to determine because you see, it's like, you don't have to be a genius. There is nothing going on. The trend died between 109, 300, and 110, right? It just kind of died for that 700 points worth of movements. And you don't want to be inside of it. And the smart thing for me is just to wait patiently. But I want to put on trades for you guys to see the setup so you guys can learn them. In the meantime, what do I got here? I actually have a legitimate sell signal in gold. Let's sell that. Why do I have a sell signal in gold? I have a sell signal in gold because this is a positive trend. This is the first red dot. Remember we said in a counter trend, I only need one red dot to make it happen. So let's see if this works for me on the gold side. Gold is almost there. Come on. 81, close, 78. You know what? Oh, damn it. Sorry, I hit the wrong button. I closed out everything. I meant to close out only gold. Let's go back to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is trading negative. I'm gonna wait a little bit on Bitcoin. I've actually managed to make a little bit of money on Bitcoin by closing all. I have the cool thing about this execution is you can see I can clear the deck completely, or I can just close the particular instrument. So I was rushing, so I kind of closed a particular instrument. All right, you know what? I'm going to wait on Bitcoin. We're going to see. I don't want to be trading inside this incredibly narrow flatline band. So let's see if Bitcoin wants to move. If it wants to move, I'll join it. If it doesn't, it's really not a trade. You see, even this kind of a slope is tradable for us, but this slope is totally not tradable for us. It's totally a waste of time, right? So we don't want to do that. NASDAQ had a short trade here. Actually, we made the long trade in NASDAQ. Back to NASDAQ and gold and US 30. Let's see what's going on over there. We have a sell trade in US 30. I'll take this. I'm a little bit late. So remember, I'm kind of jumping around from instrument to instrument because I want to show you lots of trades. I should have been in on this candle over here, right? I should have been on this label. I'm maybe about 4 or 5 points off my mark, which is a lot. Like that's not a good execution, but it's good enough in a sense that we're negative trend, two lower lows, red dots. I'll take the trade. The only problem with this trade is that I'm late, so my execution is poor, but it's a legitimate setup. So we'll take the setup. We'll see how it goes. If it works, it works. It doesn't work, we will repair it later. I am trading my own indicator. Correct. It's my own BFF indicator, which is I developed myself, totally proprietary. And it's on TradingView, it's on Wealth Charts, it's on MetaTrader. I wrote them for all the things. We actually have big reversal on this. We're going to take both sides of the trade today. This is the beautiful thing about CFDs is that we can do that. I got 29 seconds left. If this green dot holds, I'm going to take both sides of the trades here because this is a legitimate reversal candle in a downtrend, right? So what do we got? 16 seconds left. Is the green dot hold? Let's wait until we get 10, 9 seconds. 10, 9 seconds. 2 seconds, 1 second buy. All right. We're long gold on one side of the equation, short gold the other side. Hopefully one of these things is going to hit for us. And when the other one fails, we will resolve it on the next sequence. All right, gold got done, so that was good. US 30 is in play. Bitcoin is the one I'm watching. Bitcoin's still dead. Oh man, what a useless trade. What a disappointing trade this was. I really thought this is gonna make it happen. All right, we're not gonna bother with Bitcoin until it kind of starts. I guess we're just gonna have to wait until Asia decides to push it through, 110, 500, 110, probably 110, 500, somewhere around here. We just need a little bit of a rally in Bitcoin to get this up here. Where's NASDAQ? NASDAQ also good reversal trade, but unfortunately I'm late on execution. I'm not going to chase this trade because the 5 points that I wanted to make in NASDAQ, I would have already made right here. So we will leave this alone. I don't have to take every single trade that I need to go. Yeah, absolutely, Cameron. It's designed for everybody who wants to get ACAP. I mean, ACAP are my buddies. They're the ones that are subsidizing all of this. So yes, open it up. Open up the account, and I'll be happy to send it to you. Just email me when you open the account, and I'll be happy to send it to you. Here's the link. Just open up with our link, though. Make sure you open up through this link, so that there is no confusion. I just posted the link in here. NASDAQ would have been a great reversal trade, but I didn't chase it, so we're not going to take it. Gold we resolved this negative trade, so we got no trades in gold. Gold is positive trend with a negative counter trend move right now. The Bitcoin is dicking around, just dicking around. Wow. I got to tell you, I fucking hate crypto. Even when it's hot, it's cold. But, the great thing about ACAP, though, is they trade every crypto in the world. Solana, which is also actually a really good trading mechanism. But for scalping, for what I like to do, crypto is just annoying. It's great for positional trading. Yeah, you need to open up a real account, and I will be happy to give it to you. Oh, what just happened? We got stopped out on the short US 30, but the long US 30 is almost there. Right? Sorry, where's my long US 30? Here's my long US 30. Almost there. Trying to touch this move. Trying to see if I can get 10 points out of this thing. See if I can get it up there. Almost 7.7. It's really, really teasing me. But just to demonstrate here, I can close off just one trade. Okay, so it went to target always, of course, as I hit the sell button, but it would have made the full 10. All right, let me see what's going on over here. Bitcoin's still dead. Nasdaq is really rebuilding nicely. So now here's the story. This would have been the trade. It would have resolved over here. Now we're going to watch and see what the next signal is out of NASDAQ. If we get a second green dot, we're going to take this to the long side because it means that there's more potential to the upside in NASDAQ. If this starts to turn down, then we're going to try and look for the shorts in NASDAQ. Bitcoin is trying to build to the long side. One green dot. Need a second green dot in Bitcoin. So even if this works, it's still I need one more move to the upside. But you see, it's finally starting to show like a modicum of slope, although it's very, very, very slight. You want it to be steeper. You want people to start buying it. Like this is the kind of trading we love, right? When we get into this kind of mode, it's just chop city. Oops, what did I just do? Let's go this way. NASDAQ getting red. No trades here. Gold a little quiet. Everything really, really quieted down a little bit. When I'm doing a reversal trade, so let's just take a look at what is a trend trade and what is a reversal trade. So a trend trade is green dots in an upward trend. Upward trend is blue above red. So then I'm looking for two positive green dots, one higher than the next. A reversal trade would be a red dot, first red dot in a green move. So this would be a reversal trade. This doesn't work. This would be a reversal trade. This does work, right? Reversal trades are always going to be more problematic, but because the way we trade is we start with small size, and if the first trade doesn't work, we can always get larger on the second size, repair the loss on the first one, and make the profit, make the P&L on the second one. And that's what we basically try and do all the time. It's very rare that we're going to get two false positives, two signals that kind of fail us. In which case, if it does, we retreat back and try to rebuild. You're always going to have like hopefully no more than one or two losing structures in a day. But because I'm doing, as you can see, I think I did already 8-9 trades with you guys, right? Maybe even more so. I kind of forced a lot of trades. But generally, the idea is you want to try and there's 2 to 3 trades per instrument per hour. So if you're trading 3 different instruments, you're going to have like 10 trades an hour. You can imagine 30, 40 trades. It really starts to build on itself the P&L really, really starts to build. What's tough one to spread? Is it gold or which is tough to spread? Oh, the BTC. Yeah, BTC is a bitch. But it's also not only is it a bitch to trade, but it's just flat. Like it's the worst of both worlds. It's got high spread and zero directionality right now. So I can't. I'm trying to force this thing, and it's just not even moving. But we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, you have to let it breathe, and I'm trading it for the scalp position where it's not really working. All right, we're consolidating everywhere else. Let's see what we got going on here. Not much. Gold is quiet. Everybody is super quiet. Look at this. We just died today. All right, and we'll let it play out a little bit more. But overall, I think, we had like 3 losses and like 10 wins today. And of course, those losses are to be repaired. So hopefully they'll all turn into like a 10-win positive session. We'll see if I have a chance to do it with you guys online, or we'll do it offline, but we'll get this done. So anyways, going back to having your own account, having your own CFD account, there is, it's really cool to trade prop and your own account side by side, because you get this really, especially when you're doing it well, you get the positive feeling of like, oh, I got real money right away in my own account, and then I may have payout money in the prop account if I do this well. It's kind of like really, really, it helps you, first of all, psychologically, because you're spreading your bets. You're not over trading. You're not dependent on one single thing to do it. And with the way I just designed the MetaTrader like this, it's really, really easy. Like, I mean, I was shocked at how well I was trading the futures, because in the US you have to trade futures. Everywhere else you can trade CFDs. But I was using the exact same structure. And now I'm really, really excited because I created this whole countdown thing, so it makes it super easy to time the trade. Right? We actually have sell signal in Dow, and then we got clipped on that sell. So I'm going to go large on the Dow on this trade. 4 seconds left, 2 seconds left. Sell. Okay, I'm short the Dow, and let's see if we can make this trade. You guys like the yellow signage, right? That's really, really cool, right? I'm looking for this Dow. What's my target on this? 49.79. So it's a way away. It's got to fall a little bit. But we're negative trend. Slope is negative. Let's see if the Dow wants to do its thing, come down. Indices are sort of just dead in the water right now. Look, it's so interesting that trend was alive for a while, and then it just kind of died. Momentum just kind of died. Bitcoin also coming off. I wonder if there was just. This is going to be really interesting to watch in European and North American session. I'm really surprised. There must have been a lot of sell orders at the 110, because it's really under a lot of pressure. Like, it just can't clear this 110. But mark my words, when it clears 110, this thing is going to fly. You just have to be patient for the event to occur. But right now, it's just all sell off. And probably, I would have been if I had been patient enough to hold on to Bitcoin, that short Bitcoin would have worked. I hit by accident close all button, but it would have really would have been nice. Where's NASDAQ? NASDAQ is also worth selling. We'll sell NASDAQ here. It's a negative, relatively not a great negative slope, but negative trend, negative slope. Let's give it a shot. Last trades of the session. Let's see what we can do with these guys. Let's see if this can move and groove. What's my TP on NASDAQ? 100. It's 104, 103. Moving and grooving, trying to move it around. You hate trying to scalp the BTC. Yeah, I mean, I'm doing it for fun. I'm doing it for show, to get people to kind of understand how it's possible, right? You know what? I'm going to close everything out, guys. Close all. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. We go up to $500, which is where I want it to be. Everything I actually would have hit, I probably would have hit almost $600, which is great because we were like at $200 or $300 when we started. So good job. 353 on the day. All good. This shows you what's the deal with ACAP. You drop money, I give this to you for free. That's a simple deal, Greg. Really, really, it's actually a really great deal. I'm in order to encourage everybody to start trading with ACAP, the indicator and the tool, the execution tool and the indicator, just a $500 original deposit. If you want everything, if you want like the full package with my prop trading and the coaching, everything else, just put 5,000 in, and I'll be happy to do that for you. It's up to you. If you really want to be a player, you can put 25,000 into ACAP, and you get everything we do for lifetime. That means you get everything in BK, all of our tools, all of our courses, everything. You own it for lifetime. So whatever you like. Crystal, you like that, huh? I told you that was fun, right? I told you it was fun. Come join us in New York. All the Americans, come join me in New York. 9:15 every morning. Well, not every morning. Monday through Thursday mornings, right? Session is already, it's in BK. Be sure to subscribe also, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Then you get notifications on exactly when I trade. I live trade Monday through Thursday in the mornings, Tuesday and Wednesday at nights. It is not. I'm sorry, ACAP is not available to U.S. residents. It's an Australian broker. They're a great partner of ours, but it is not U.S. compliant. So sorry about that. Maybe President Trump will lift the sanction, but there is a rule that Americans are not allowed to open accounts with overseas brokers, even if they're like literally Australian or English or German. We're not allowed. So that's the problem. Yeah, actually, you could trade MT5, Sweetwater. MT5 is not banned in the U.S. It's just that the brokers are banned. But there are a couple of brokers, like I told you, AMP Futures, which is where I trade MT5 with. You can trade there. And then I'm trying to think of who else. Who the fuck else is trading in the U.S. on MetaTrader 5? I wonder if trading.com used to be. I don't know if they're still alive. We'll see. Yeah, Dodd-Frank rule. You're right. The Dodd-Frank rule did screw the U.S. Interactive brokers, but it's not an MT5 platform, GFAS. We're talking about MT5. Who trades MT5? Because all my tools are written for MT5. All right, guys. That was a fun session. Even though Bitcoin, was a party pooper, I really was so excited to think it was gonna ramp, and now Bitcoin is just trapped in a really interesting consolidation. Let's see what happens. Let's see if it breaks out. Maybe there'll be something to do with it a little bit later. How does the indicator work? Well, so Greg, when you join us, there's a full course, an explanation on how it works, because I can't go into all the details, but the ideas are very, very simple. We're basically buying. Well, this Bitcoin is a shitty example. First of all, we always try to trade trend. Like, for example, let me see if I can, hold on a second. I'm going to show you, hopefully you guys can see this. Let me go into properties and show trade history on the chart, right? So here, it's not very visible, but you can see it. So I'm going to go through this trade and explain to you how the indicator works. The indicator puts up long-term trend, short-term trend. Short-term, below long-term trend, we're negative trend. If we're negative trend, what we're looking for is two red dots, one lower than the next. We want a negative slope on the condition. We get that condition, we sell the close of the candle. Always has to be the close of the candle. That's why we have the countdown, right? So we sell the close of the candle, and we look for a very short scalp. In my way of doing it, a lot of other people trade it with like much larger stops and targets. We can even trade it with short exit and long exit. I have the same tool, which I'm happy to share with you guys. I don't do it because that's not how I trade. But this version of the tool lets you trade first exit, stop to break even, long exit. So +5, +25, if you want to do it that way. There's lots and lots of complete and total customization with the way you want to trade my tools and my indicators. But I'm trading it the way I trade it, because the most important thing to know is how to do it for your own. So is my trading tool? Yes. For Apex, we traded with either Wealth Charts or TradeOvate and TradingView. So I have the exact same tool for Apex. It's come to me in New York tomorrow, and I'll give you the links for all of that. But yes, it's across 3 platforms, fully integrated. So it's really, really good. No. It's got nothing to do with the tariff. That rule has been around since, how long has it been? 2010 maybe. It's since the great financial crisis, they stopped doing that. They just shut U.S. customers out. It's very political. I don't want to get to, because I get so annoyed every time I have to talk about it. But it is what it is. We just we live in the land of the free, except when it comes to our own money. We don't have any freedom as to what to do with our money. But everybody else who's around here, who's hanging out with me, if you're not a U.S. resident, this is an amazing deal. You get it for free. Everybody else, if you're in America, you got to pay up. It's a great deal. And I'm sorry, if you're in America, it is what it is. What else I want to tell you? So I'll be back in New York, 9:15 tomorrow morning. Everybody come hang out with us there. We trade futures. I'll be back next week. I think I'll be back next week. Let me think. Yes, next week I'm still around. Then the week after that, I will not be around because I'm going to be actually in Cyprus because there's a big Forex show that Kathy and I are going to. So I may trade from there, but it may not be this Asia hours. We'll see where we can trade. But I'll actually be trading live from the Forex show, and I'll be trading CFDs. So that'll be fun. We'll have a good time with that. Do I scalp in New York? I do the exact same thing, my friend. Scalp for life, baby. That's what we do. Daddy, I hope you guys liked it. I'm so glad the new people liked it. Come hang out with me. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Come hang out with me. Also, let me put in the link here. If you guys want to join our community for free, here's a free link. This gets you into our community. You get to watch the courses, the full explanations. If you want the tools, then just come join us as a paid member. But as a free member, you get the full explanation education for free. All the tools and all the communication on there. So hopefully you guys will enjoy it. All right, my friends, I got to run. Everybody have a great day, great night. I will see everybody next week in Asia, and I'll see everybody tomorrow morning for the U.S. session. Everybody, great day. Take care.